Sunrisers Hyderabad, one of those rare days where their batting has woken up. We've seen it throughout this tournament, but there have been more days where their batting has been found to be sleeping. Rare days where their batting has really woken up. This happens to be, if I'm not mistaken, the third occasion this IPL season, fourth occasion this IPL season where their batting seems to have really woken up. And getting to a 231 at the Ekana Stadium in Lucknow. Kudos to Ishan Kishan for his 94 ever since his name has been announced in the India A squad. He's showing that he is right there in terms of performance. Unlucky, missed out on that well-deserved 100. But nonetheless, the entire batting lineup playing aggressively as they are known to reach 231.
So we needed this support all throughout the tournament.
When the horses bolted?
Yeah. Now it's gotten too late.
It's come only when the horses bolted.
Yeah, exactly.
It's typical of your team, na?
Yeah.
Sleeping most of the time.
You couldn't win 4 remaining games.
It has come a little late, but okay.
Yeah. Same. See, DC, SRH are like that only. Wake up late, perform to the extreme, will have a slump, will recover when everything is not on the line.
No, but one thing that I liked about SRH even today and all throughout the season, and that is this approach. I think this approach, they have stuck to it no matter what. The results weren't going in their favor. Despite all of that, they decided to stick by that approach, and rightly
now
so.
What option they had? They're already out.
Yeah.
Play any approach.
But all throughout they've done it. And why shouldn't that? This is the same approach that in a way redefined T20 cricket last season. They were the ones who started that revelation in T20 cricket, and rightly so, they should stick to that as well. They have done exactly that all throughout the season. It did not work. I think now it has sort of started to work again. As soon as Sidvi said today it worked, previous game it worked.
Which position are they in the points?
Sidvi said the points table, the tournament to begin with, the wickets were fresh. Delhi Capitals also started off with 4 wins. No, it did not happen.
Look, they are in 8th position, having lost 7 out of 12 games. So the approach that you're talking about, 7 out of 12 is far greater than 4 out of 12, which they have won. They got 200 in Hyderabad, 200 in Hyderabad.
No, if they win today, it will be their 5th win.
Okay.
Right, and
so
they have one more
13,
game remaining.
Out of 13.
So 5, they're just 2 or 3 wins away from a spot. They would have been
But that
a couple.
Not happen this
yeah,
season.
it did not
That's
happen this season, but
Every
last season it happened.
every team is
season.
2-3 away only.
No, but every season.
Why do you cry about Delhi? They're also 2-3 wins away from a spot only.
But what I'm trying to say that it worked for them last time.
No, then everything is fine. Today, then don't complain about
But
Delhi.
my team did not play the final previous year.
But you're talking about this season. Eventually, your team will also miss out 1 or 2 wins away only. Then don't crib about the batting, about Abhishek Porel, about Akshar Patel, KL Rahul, anybody, don't.
No, I'll tell you.
Say it's fine.
No.
What they did was right. The team was fine, the batting order was fine, the selection was fine, batters were doing absolutely fine, everything was fine. It was just a case of 1 or 2 wins here.
No. The only difference over there is that this is one of the better seasons for Delhi Capitals. Whereas for Sunrisers Hyderabad, this is one of the bad seasons.
You were crying that day for all season since I've been watching. Every season this happens.
This is a better
Playoff
season.
Also you go.
This year at least you had a chance. Otherwise you're the first or second, third team to get out.
You are the one who said, how does it matter if you win 5th or 6th at the end of the day? It doesn't matter. So if this is what matters to you, that okay, one season you are 6th, next if you are 5th, that's great. One season you are 7th, next you are 6th, that's great. Then have that same attitude for Delhi for every season. You don't, nah. You are the one who was saying, how does it matter? You'll win 2, you'll win 3. End of the day, though, you're not winning any title. Now, what is the title there to show? You can say, yeah, we missed out by 1 game, that game. End of the day.
Sunrisers
on paper.
But Sunrisers and Delhi Capitals, no comparison. The only reason.
Yes, but we're not talking overall. We're talking this season.
This season, yes, definitely. But again, with Sunrisers Hyderabad, this is the same approach, and they are the same team who reached the final previous year.
So Delhi has also had the same approach only.
No,
shuffling their batting order.
Yeah.
Of doing this.
But
Same approach.
Win
or lose, they're not changing.
Delhi, despite one of the best seasons that they have ever had, they're missing out by a couple of games to the playoff position.
How is it one of the best season?
This was only the second time when they won first 4 games on the road. Last time they won it in 2010.
How does that matter? They have played final. Yeah. They have been in playoffs.
They had the best start.
SRH, when you look at it, though, that year, the pitches were very, very flat.
Should we say this year also pitches were very flat?
Except
to begin
2-3
with,
games in
no.
Hyderabad.
To begin with, at the beginning of the season, I remember mentioning this, that it was the beginning of a season, a fresh start, a new season started. The wickets were really fresh. They had some life in them. That's why at the beginning we saw 200, 180, 190 being defended, being scored.
But the opening game in Uppal,
they scored 271. But
286 they
No.
Yeah.
The genuine template of the IPL, odd game here or there is a different thing. But to begin with, the template to begin with was 200, 180, 170. Those were getting chased in 16.4 overs. So to begin with, that was the case. But this time, But I like that Sunrise Hyderabad haven't changed anything in that. There was a time in between when, they were scaring to become the first team to get knocked out. Then also they did not change the approach. One game I remember where they did change the approach. They lost that game as well, but then they came back to this approach. So I am a very big fan of this approach and I'm really liking it. And today they have once again shown that why it works for them.
It didn't work for them. They're out.
Today.
Today we don't know still.
The Delhi Capitals approach worked for them first 4 games. The same approach is they're out.
And we don't know the bowling. If they leak 232, if they chase RCB, then what will you do?
Okay, are they chasing it down?
I think RCB can do it. It's possible, but there's also an asterisk, there. If Tim David is fit, he has to be an integral part of this stage. And assuming he's fit, I think RCB can do this. Maybe I don't know. From the first impression, I just feel that this pitch is very similar to the one that we witnessed in that Australia-South Africa game in 2023 ODI World Cup. First innings completely, batting dominated. Second innings also was pretty good, but then there was some kind of zip for the pace bowlers, some help for the spinners too. Towards the end, you could see that there was slight bit of turn that someone like a Suyash was getting. Not sure, but the kind of performances RCB have put in so far this season, I would expect them to get the job done.
Oh, yeah. Anybody else?
They will just miss out. RCB.
Nail biter.
Yeah, I think they'll just miss out. They have just made it above par. 10 runs, I think, above par.
I think it'll be easy win.
Yeah, even SRH. I feel so.
By easy meaning anything over 25 runs should be at
just
least
like yesterday.
I think it's going to be a one-sided affair.
Yeah, but anything in a T20 encounter, 25-30 run margin is. It's because, see, again, I know that their strength is been their batting for RCB, but it was their bowlers also stepping up. Today, other than Krunal, to an extent, who stepped up, I don't see, and of course, Romario Shepherd also in the 2 overs that he bowled looked good. But everyone else has gone for a lot of runs. Not to say that Sunrisers bowling inspires a lot of confidence, so I know that they'll be in the game. But as we saw yesterday, once you put up a 230 sort of a total, then you are 20 odd runs above par, even if it's a good batting pitch. And more often than not, it's very tough for teams to chase. If they do it, it'll be a
second highest chase in
correct
history.
Yeah. So from this position, to expect RCB to win, it'll be a match to remember, that's for sure. And those matches only come about rarely.
And Tim David, Romario Shepherd, I understand if you need 60 runs in the last 4, then they play a role. But if it's 10 overs, you need 150 runs and they are out there to bat, will they take the team over the line? I think 9 out of 10 times they won't be able to do it.
Yeah, but if they do get a good start then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But again, good start.
Chikku Bhai will get
good start. What they were getting, if they continue to get that, they'll not win despite that. Na, they need a fiery start.
6 overs, 80 or
70, 75 odd.
Which is what SRH got in their power play.
Abhishek Sharma also is back in form fully.
Today is signed on with Yuvraj's company. They will be managing him also.
Awesome.
Product Abhishek Sharma will also be managed. Earlier it was just mentoring him as a player. Now managing
making him a brand.
Yes.
So UV is now an entrepreneur also.
No, he's been an entrepreneur for very long. He's even when he was playing, he was an angel investor in a lot of companies. He used to keep investing.
Okay.
Yeah. Not necessarily all big companies, a lot of startups here and there.
He has his restaurant also.
Yeah, but
Yes.
in terms of investing also, because I know of somebody, they have a small time, not a garage, but a modification workshop for automobiles, and he's invested in that as well. So
Okay. That I don't know.
yeah, he invests. He's an Indian investor in a lot of smaller
Angel
companies.
investor, restaurateur, and also ace golf player.
Very good golf
Very good
player.
golfer, yeah.
Yeah, word on the batting effort of Ishan Kishan.
Well, when there is no pressure on Ishan Kishan, he's delivered.
First game.
There was no pressure, na?
First game.
Don't
Just
you,
go
for
the
KL
kill.
Rahul, you say
Now
that that's not the
Sunrisers
case.
Hyderabad,
That's
nothing to
unfair.
lose.
See, his
KL
overall-
Rahul also, then it's the same.
When did I say that?
What?
First game, no pressure.
No. I'm saying for KL Rahul also, it's very
But
similar.
KL Rahul and Ishan Kishan are not in the same boat.
Why they are fighting for the same spot?
What?
Yeah.
Since when did
No,
Ishan,
white ball.
Pranav Kumar, Pandey, Kishan fight
White
for
ball,
all?
white
Which
ball,
format
white
you're saying?
ball, white
White
ball.
ball, which
If
form?
Ishan Kishan has to come at any point, he'll have to come in place of a keeper only.
KL Rahul is currently head and shoulders above Ishan.
Currently,
Kishan in
I'm
ODI
saying
format.
eventually,
Yeah.
if it happens, if in T20 cricket,
T20.
if they're fighting for the second backup wicketkeeper, then
Yeah.
it's Ishan Kishan
Yeah,
and KL Rahul.
absolutely,
Ah, but then you compare even this
So
season.
they're in the same boat.
Not actually. Look, if you look at the runs scored this season, 106, then now 94.
In
There
between,
is-
there was a 40 odd against
Okay,
CSK. Yeah.
there is Kinare mein there is a lot of water on both kinaras. Middle there is only Sukha. 125 runs in 10 innings.
With KL Rahul, that's not the problem, na.
KL Rahul has
Runs
been
isn't the
consistent.
problem.
Even keeping also has been pretty decent for KL
But if you have 9 batters in your 11 in the Indian T20 side, you don't need somebody to get 400, 500 runs in 10 games. You don't need anybody
Firstly,
like that.
is KL Rahul going to be there in the T20A setup? That itself is a big question mark.
No.
So, Ishan Kishan is going to fight with Sanju Samson. And
Sanju Samson does not have a competition. Let's be very clear about it. He is your number one.
That's why if
wicketkeeper
somebody for
batter
the
in
T20
format.
wicket keeping will be fighting,
Sanju
it is
Samson
KL
has no
Rahul
competition.
and Ishan Kishan.
so, see,
Jitesh
today,
also captain finally.
today
captaining.
his wonderful, if you look at it, his batting. I mean, the shots, one shot, I remember, 106, a la Rishabh Pant. One that extra cover drive that he fell. While attempting the shot, he fell, but then still got into the gap. Kind of reminded me of 2020 when he was in that peak form of his. But then it only remains to be seen whether it's a match-winning knock in this process, because you don't know. First game that Virat is playing after the test announcement. So it could be a very determined
After
Virat.
his that got rained out.
That got rained out, no? Yes.
After his retirement.
Yeah, test retirement.
Not test announcement. I thought team is announced
Test
tomorrow.
retirement announced.
Ha.
Test retirement announcement. So yes, it's going to be very, very interesting. So I think his knock summed up that yes, if only he had shown that consistency. That's the thing about Ishan. Of course, he did have a 44, if I'm not mistaken. That did help them in a tough wicket, but it just delayed it.
I think Phil Salt's going to be very crucial.
Yes.
For a chase like this, he needs to get going because he has that ability to bat at that 200 strike rate like an Abhishek did. In fact, Aniket Verma as well today. What a contribution by to come out 9
3 6s and 1 4. 22
balls,
runs.
26.
Yeah. 22 runs in just four balls, and the remainder of the 5 balls, 4 runs. So yes, it'll be a very interesting. I think it'll be a very close game. I think RCB will just miss out.
Just less than 10 runs, you're saying.
Less than 15 runs.
Just will be
Yeah, less than
last
10.
over.
Okay,
Just
10 runs. They'll
Last
fall short by
over.
10 runs or less.
15 needed and close game.
They'll lose by less than 10 runs.
I think they'll lose by at least 30.
RCB winning for me. Nail biter, but RCB winning.
Wow. Got all sorts of
Using
predictions.
25.
Oh, that's it.
Okay, so yes.
Okay, we'll see you
Post-match.
as the game gets over. Now we really want to watch this interesting chase. I'm sure all of you also.
Yep.
So see you.
See you. Bye-bye.